vision. I think the first thing that they need to do is, in my opinion, is to put some kind of description is about what they have covered as part of work that they have done part of the pull
Yeah.
request. Now, in most of the project like in the React project also, we provide some template which will help them, like they can check boxes and kind of say that, okay, these are the things they have covered. But they can go one more step further just to explain, like, what exactly they covered, maybe some screenshot or whatever. It helps people to kind of, not only the code reviewer, even the first person who is doing the testing of the stuff, it probably going to help them a lot. So that is one thing. Second thing is they must associate the issue with the pull request. I think this is my most cry if I see a lot of pull requests. Like, what is this pull request is created for? There is no issue for that. Okay, what is this for? Moreover, there is no description. So please, there is a feature that you can actually pull out the issue and associate it with that one. If it is possible for somebody, they should put certain level. For example, if they're still working on it, they can put the pull request in the draft mode. If their work is done, they can bring from the draft mode, can bring it to the review mode. They put a label like it's a review ready or things like that if the infrastructure supports. In many cases, like how we have in the React Play, myself and Koustov are the code owner for now. So we'll be added automatically as a reviewers. But if you want somebody else to review, you can go ahead and add them as a reviewer so that they can start doing the coding. And probably a couple of etiquettes I'll say on the pull request side is like, it is your job is not done just by creating the pull request. So you need to have patience if you're creating pull requests, because a reviewer also the reviewer is also human. It's not robot who is doing the job. So reviewer is taking his or her time to do a lot of reviews and then putting the comments. So be respectful in terms of whenever you're responding to those comments. Read it. If you're not sure about it, start a discussion there or come to Discord and do the discussions. Response back, whether you are continuing, you're not continuing, what is the struggle and things like that.
True. Yes.
Similarly, for the reviewer side also, I mean, we should not be very harsh in terms of giving comments, right? We always try our best. Myself, Koustov, I probably keep talking is like, we have to make this harmony going on. It's like, even if you see that something terribly wrong, okay, we have to tell it really, really good way that people learn from it.
Right.
It's not about pushing someone really hard. It's about making them like how to make them learn positively. So I would say that these are the things that I expect. Koustov, what do you?
I'll touch on those items probably in a different aspect. See, I would definitely say the pull request is a phased process. It's not a one day thing, it's not a snapshot. The very first thing when you are actually doing the pull request, yes, again, etiquettes. It's the very first thing that I want to see is like, doesn't matter who is looking into the PR. I mean, it's a code owner, it's your peer programmer. No, anyone who is
Okay.
actually looks into the peer without going into the file change and the list and all those things, I should be having the entire visibility what I'm going to see, and it will be pretty much plain English. It could be those checkboxes. It could be like, hey, I had this problem. This is the solution, and the issue is this. Good enough, short, crisp. I don't want to write a blog there, but anyone like tomorrow someone else is actually joining a React Play, definitely he or she doesn't know that how the code structure is, but at least seeing that in information that's being created while creating the peer, he or she should be so very confident that, hey, this we are supposed to do this. Now he or she will be very focused when he is looking into the change. Now this is the etiquette I always try to follow. I always want others to follow, and this makes life so very easy. We don't have to go back. See, we have it's like in general, the reviewer and the coder might not be from the same region. That means you have a turnaround time. So every single time I have a question I am put in, and that other person is replying after 10 hours, I'm losing a day. Okay, so have it crisp, have all the informations ready, and obviously the sanitizations in the respect of like, okay, we do have in the React Play as well, but sanitization is like, I should not, I those variables should be correct. Those though there should not be any warnings, new warnings. My deployment is properly going on. I don't have a means. I will make sure that I don't have a blast radius so big that someone else will be affected. Those are the, I would say those are rather code based practices which automatically gets inherited into the PR
Right.
best practices. And one more thing, being a reviewer, I always have this pain. Make your code modular, small in size, small peers, good, very sweet. Reviewer will be very happy and praise you for that. A monolithic one, believe me, it's just kill it just kill the person, because we have to go back and forth, think about the logic, think about the process or the data flow that is going on, and that will be too much. So yes, I as I said, it is phased, and obviously that was talked about that how the communication should be. So it's not one way communication, like, hey, I said something, man, this is something that you should change or you think about a different process, and I get a reply, no, I don't want to. That is something probably it's not expected, even though it is being going on in various cases. It should be the two-way communication that is goes here. Remember that both are human, both are having their own thought process. There could be a collision, and there
Yeah.
must be collision. I would rather say there must be collision. Then only you will learn something. Even the reviewer is not a god like who will be knowing everything. He
Right.
must be learning something from
Yeah,
that
it's a
code.
both way learning process
Yeah.
always. Yeah, that's
So
what
it's so many things I have learned from the pull request. Believe me, it's probably in hundreds and thousands. Anyway, that is the pace. Few of the things, few of the etiquettes. If we keep in mind, see, code we write, code we wrongly write or correctly write, or we structure it properly or not. That comes later. Let's have the wrapper very nice, the wrapper properly structured, so that when you go inside, you know that what you're actually looking into.